Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Jupiter James and this is Astro Motivation, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little inspiration and motivation per your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and this and that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly what our dreams were and how to get them. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. Today we're gonna get into a very, very cool topic, and that is tracing the lords through the houses. And this is gonna be a specific video of honing in your career prospects by tracing the 10th house lord throughout the houses, okay? Meaning that if you have Pisces as your midheaven or on your 10th house sign, you would trace Jupiter, because Jupiter is the ruler of Pisces, throughout the houses of your birth chart. And through that house and through this video, you will be able to learn a deeper layer, a deeper aspect as to where your job, your career, and your reputation out in the world is leaning towards. What is an added dose, an added flavor, or an added theme that you will be involved in as far as your career and where the universe wants you to direct that energy, okay? So this is a great technique if anyone out there is, you know, scouring the midheaven videos and you're not quite getting the specific, like, what am I supposed to do? Maybe this video can help you with that, okay? So let's get into it. With the 10th lord in the first house, this is going to be a very energetic placement, okay? Because the 10th lord is going to be going into an Aries ruled house, and a house that is ruled by your appearance, all right? Now, no matter what the sign on your first house may be, know that the first house is originally ruled by Aries. So there's gonna be a lot of energy, okay? A lot of activity here, and there's gonna usually be a lot of energy that you are gonna be putting forth with your body, with who you are. So this could be like fitness. This could be someone who is saving someone. This could be someone who has to put themselves out there on the front line and be a leader of some kind, okay? And this will usually cause them to sweat a little bit, okay? You're gonna be on your feet, a dancer, someone who has to lead and move and use their body and their physicality to get their job done, okay? These are people who are also going to be in a lot of leadership roles, or people who have to show themselves a lot, all right? People who are in the spotlight or who have to take center stage in some senses of the word is something that you will find when you have 10th lord going into the first house. You will also find that your appearance and how you look is something that will be utilized as a part of your career. Maybe your appearance changes. Maybe you have to be beautiful within your career. Maybe you are someone that is in fashion, and what you present to the world is dependent on how people receive it or not, if you excel or you don't excel, you know? So this is what you can find when you have 10th lord going into the first house, okay? Let me know if this is resonating with you, and also let me know the sign and the planet that is in relationship with this 10th lord going into the first house, and that would help me write back to you what you could be specifically experiencing with this placement, all right? I really do hope that this helped you. Bye. With the 10th lord going into the second house, this is giving very much the energy of Taurus, because the second house is ruled by Taurus. Now remember, no matter what your sign on your second house may be, know that the underlying ruler of the second house is Taurus and Venus. So your job is going to take on these qualities of Venusian qualities. You may be someone like a banker, or you have to deal with money, or you may be in charge of stabilizing forces, or you may have to be a stabilizing force within your career. You may have to be someone that is offering the values that are unique and inherent to you in order to get your job done, okay? So take, for instance, a motivational speaker, or someone who is let's say a writer, right? Or someone who is a publisher. They are using their innate values that they grew up with from their background and what they know and what is inherently true for them, and they are using that to put that out in the world, or to help stabilize and help other people, okay? Making people better, making people more beautiful, making people more financially stable, or helping them within their finances is something you can see with this placement, because it is going to be taking on a Venusian quality when the 10th lord goes into the second house. Now, let me know if this is resonating for you, because these things can vary and change depending on the planet and the sign that is in relationship with this placement. So let me know what your sign and planet is, and I will let you know in the comments what you could be experiencing with that specific placement. But this is overall someone who will also find that you have a stable career, okay? You won't be someone that likes to transfer careers or, you know, career hop or job hop. You will want to stay put in one job. And with this prospect, with this placement, you will find that you do stay in a job for quite a bit of time before you ever would pack up and move. So this is something that you can experience with this placement, okay? All good things. You may make a lot of money within your career. Your career will bring lots of stability, financial riches to you. You may work in luxurious fields, okay? You may work with luxury goods. You may, by way of your job, you can be affording lots of good goods and like luxurious items and beautiful clothing and things like that. So this is a very good placement and a very blessed placement. Let me know your specific placement and I will let you know what you specifically can be experiencing, but all good things with this placement, okay? Yes, moving forward. With the 10th Lord going into the 3rd house, this is going to make for someone who is going to take on Gemini qualities within their career, okay? Now, no matter what the sign on your 3rd house may be, know that the underlining original ruler of your 3rd house is Gemini, okay? So it's gonna give you a very Gemini flair. You're gonna have to speak, you're gonna have to express, you're gonna have to write things down. You are going to have a somewhat social quality to your job, but I do know for the most part, you are going to have to use your words in order to get your job done, okay? The more you speak, the more you express, the more you use your mind and your intellect and your communication abilities, the higher you ascend within your career, okay? You may find that through your words, you are able to get doors open for you within your career, or you are someone that is within your career, you are synonymous with the words you speak, okay? Like you and the things you say, or you and the things you write are one and the same. People probably know what you say and what you write before they know who you are. You know, this is what you can expect when you have 10th Lord in the 3rd house. Now, these things can vary and change depending on the sign and the planet that is governing this. So let me know what yours are, okay? And I'll let you know in the comments what you could be experiencing. But I do know that you are going to be someone that has to speak, has to express, okay? And you're gonna have to be very quick on your feet as well, especially within the mind. You may also find that you may go into business with your brothers or your siblings. You may also be someone that works within your local community, like a community activist or a community volunteer person, okay? This could even be people who are kind of like politicians where they have to go out and speak to their local community. Or you are someone who, within your local community, you are speaking to the businesses around you. You are going and making deals or striking deals with the people within your immediate vicinity, within the neighborhood, okay? This is what you can expect. You may also find that the neighborhoods that you live in are in a very wealthy area, okay? You could live in very affluential areas, if not now, later on in life, and maybe even when you were a child as well. You can also find that amongst your siblings, you are probably the one that is the successful one, or you are the one that is seen as the successful one. You may have had to take care of your siblings when you have 10th Lord in the 3rd house, because your parents will believe that you are the one that has the knowledge, you are the one that has the smarts, and you are meant to take care and teach your siblings how to do it. You can be an older sibling, okay? But I will say that communication is a really big thing within your career. You may work within your local community. You may work with your siblings or go into business with your siblings. And the more you express yourself, the higher you will climb in your career, okay? I really recommend you write something down, you publish a book, you hold a seminar, you do a TED Talk, you do something where you use your voice. You sing even, singing could be this type of thing, but let me know if this resonates with you, and also let me know the placements within this relationship. Let me know the sign and the planet that is in relation to this, and I will let you know in the comments what you could be experiencing, but I really do hope that this helped you. Bye. With 10th Lord in the 4th house, this is going to give very much Cancer and Moon vibes, okay? Because the 4th house, no matter what the sign on your 4th house may be, know that it is ruled by Cancer and the Moon, Okay, so this is gonna give very much working from home vibes, or someone who is a healer within their home, okay? Maybe they work from home, or they like to bring people into their home and they heal them, or you may work with homes, okay? Like real estate, or you flip houses, or you are an interior designer. Things like this, but I do know that there's a healing quality, a mothering quality. You may work with mothers, you may work with families, you may be someone that has this type of motherly quality, or you are someone who is domestic within your job, okay? Your job is to maybe flip homes or deal with homes, or do something inside of a home, okay? This is what you can see as far as your work. Now, you will also say with 10th Lord going into the 4th house that your mother was someone who wanted to hold tradition. She was probably very successful. She was someone that either was very successful, or she herself wanted to teach you how to be successful. She wanted to show you, this is the proper way you do this. This is the way you conduct your home. This is the type of child you will be. This is the type of human you will be, and you will excel to this level. If you do not excel to this level, I'm gonna be upset with you. Your mother was someone who had very, very high standards, okay? And she was shooting for the stars and wanted you to be just as successful, all right? And when you were not living up to that potential, maybe she did not give you as much care, okay? She could be seen as a little cold, okay? Someone who is a little bit stern, okay? Because 10th house is the house of success, and it is the house of Saturn. And so when it is in relationship to a mothering house, like the 4th house and the house of your mother, you will find that the mother takes on these very boss-like qualities, okay? She's gonna be someone that is very strict, wants you to follow tradition, wants you to be successful, and it seems like no matter what you do or how far you go, it's still not good enough. It's still like, you could do more in her eyes, or you could feel this from her, okay? But you could also find that you grow up in a very nice home, a very affluent home, okay? You live in a very aspirational home. The home that you grew up in, on relative to the home and the area that you find yourself in, okay? I always say, when I say what I say with this knowledge that I'm gonna impart, I'm not saying everyone grew up in a mansion. I'm saying relative to the neighborhood that you grew up in, you probably had the best house on the block, okay? If you grew up in a village, you had the best hut in the village, okay? This is what you will see when you have the 10th Lord in relation to the 4th house, all right? You yourself will be someone that is emotionally connected to your career, okay? The higher you go in your career, the more stable your nature is, okay? The more you are not going after the things you want, or promotions do not come as quickly, or if you are not excelling as quickly as you see, or you're not doing a good job within your career, you will feel this even when you go home. Even when you are at home and nothing's really wrong, you will feel that unless you are moving up the ladder or doing something in life that you feel is living up to your potential, it will attack your emotional stability, okay? So your emotional center, your emotional stability is dependent on your success, all right? So let me know if this resonates for you, because these things can vary and change depending on your planet and sign that is in relation to your 10th Lord going into the 4th house, all right? Let me know what those things are, and I will let you know in the comments what you could be experiencing, okay? But this is a very, very blessed placement for anyone who wants to live in a very nice home, someone who wants to have a traditional home, someone who later in life will find stability within their home front and their domestic life, okay? You may find that in life you could be striving to finally find the home, the apartment, the place that you live in, that you are there for a long amount of time, but these things will probably come later in life, okay, past 25, because it's connected to a karmic house. But yes, I really do hope that this helped you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. With the 10th Lord in the 5th house, this is gonna give very much Leo vibes within your career. This is a very exciting placement. Now, no matter what the sign on your 5th house may be, know that the original ruler of the 5th house is Leo, okay? So this is going to give you very much a Leo essence to your career, meaning that you may be asked to be a leader in your career. You may be asked to be doing something creative, or very party-like in your career. You may be someone like a club promoter or someone almost like a celebrity. I see a lot of actors with this placement. I see a lot of people who are on Broadway with this placement. I see a lot of people who have to be a leader and show themselves and have fun and show others how to have fun and be creative and be an artist and be just as expressive as they know how, okay? A very, very creative placement for anyone who wants to be an artist and who can be well known in society. You can be very well known if you have this placement. If you have this placement, I do know that if you show yourself in your career, especially your creative abilities and your intelligence, you will go very far. The more creative you are in your career, the more expressive, the least shy that you are in your career, the higher you will get in your job, okay? So let me know if this resonates with you, okay? You will also let me know the sign and the planet that is in relation to this 10th lord in the 5th house, and I will let you know what you could be experiencing, okay? But your job could be somewhere that simply has fun. You could have fun in your job, okay? Your job can be very fun and easygoing and carefree in a sense, okay? Where you are possibly showing others how to have just as much fun as you. You will also find that you may want to date your coworkers, okay? Or that you find love at your job, okay? Because the 5th house rules, dating and love. And so you may find that for some reason you are always falling in love with your coworkers, or that you are always finding love at your job, all right? This could be also someone who is meant to be in front of people. I cannot express that enough, is that you can become very famous with this placement. And also, you could be someone that later in life becomes somewhat of like a momager or a parent that wants to put your children in the spotlight, okay? And that becomes almost like a family business, or you want to make your kids be as successful as possible by way of them showing their creativity. So you can see this in the future as well. And through that, you can make a lot of money or gain a lot of name, fame, and success through doing that, through forcing your kids to be in the movies, or forcing your kids to go to acting class or painting or sculpting and showing them all of a sudden maybe your kid becomes a prodigy of some kind, or a pianist of some kind, and then is able to, you know, help with the bills and things like that. So this is what you can see with this placement, all right? All good things. I encourage you to show yourself. Do not be shy. Take the leadership roles. Be as creative. Have as much fun as possible within your career, and you will find that you climb the corporate ladder a lot quicker, okay? Or if you are not in a establishment or a business, put your creative abilities out on YouTube. Put them on social media. Go and play outside. If you play an instrument, go outside and play on the street, and you will get discovered. These are the things that with this type of placement, do not wait for someone to come to you. This is the type of placement where you must learn to express. Even if you are at a restaurant, sing. Sing while no one else is singing. And I bet someone in that restaurant will hear you singing and they will offer you a record deal. This is that simple, is that once you show it, you will make things happen. You will also find that you may want to turn your hobby into a career, okay? Or you are someone that takes hobbies, you take joy, you take the things that people usually are having fun in, and you turn it into a career, okay? You say, okay, if everyone is drinking, I'm going to go into the drinking industry and turn this thing that, like, work and play are one and the same for you, I'll say, okay? So work and play are one and the same. You are gonna wanna turn what you do on a daily basis, as far as the fun that you do, you wanna turn that into a career, all right? And that will lead you down the proper direction. But like I said before, let me know the 10th house lord and the planet that is in relation with the 10th Lord going into the 5th house, and I will let you know what you could be experiencing with a very blessed and very fun placement. Show yourself, show yourself, show yourself, all right? Have a great day. Bye. With 10th Lord in the 6th house, this is gonna give very much Virgo vibes, okay? Now, no matter what the sign on your 6th house may be, know that the original ruler of your 6th house is Virgo, okay? So this is gonna give you a Virgo flair to your job, and this is like a lot of earth, okay? This is a lot of work. You're gonna have to put in a lot of work, a lot of service within your career. You will find that your job, any job that you acquire, will have a service element to it, okay? Meaning that you are gonna be someone that is going to have to dedicate your life to a life of service, a life of helping others. What can I do for you? How can I heal? How can I make your life better? These are the jobs and the fields that you will find yourself in. You could be working with pets. You could be a doctor. You could be someone, again, who is just simply there to help make other people's lives better. How can I help you? What can I do for you? This is the jobs that you will find yourself in, okay? And you will find that your job is probably connected to the themes of Virgo, meaning diets, fitness, productivity within your day, all right? You could be someone that helps others conduct your day, like a life coach or someone who is a product manager, someone who is an assistant to a boss, okay? Things like this is what you can see with this placement, but I do know that this is a very challenging aspect because Virgo is already very rigid, okay? The 6th house is already very rigid, all right? It's a very, very hard-working sign, and then you throw it in a 10th house or you connect it to the 10th house, and that is yet adding another layer of hard work. So I do know that you are going to have to work very hard within your career, okay? Your work life is going to put in long hours, and you're gonna have to be very dedicated and very consistent, and you're gonna have to wake up at certain hours, and you're gonna have to do certain things, you're gonna have to do things by the book, and you're gonna have to do it to a T, and you might also be asked to be perfect within your career or exude a sense of perfection within your career, okay? There's no room for error within your career. You either do it this way or you don't do it at all. And the more perfect you are in your career, the higher you will climb, all right? Or the more of service that you are able to give, the higher you climb. The more conscious you are of your diet, the more conscious you are of your schedules and your routines and perfecting those things, the higher you get in your career, okay? So this is what you can see. You can also see with this a little bit is you may find that you may have a lot of enemies within your career, okay? Or competitors or people who, you know, want to knock you down or don't want to consider you, or who are just enemies within the workplace. So this is what you can see with this placement. Now let me know that if this resonated with you, and let me also know the 10th house Lord and the 10th house planet that is going in relation to the 10th house, the 10th Lord in the 6th house, and I will let you know what you could be experiencing, because these things can vary and change, you know, given that those specific placements. And once you let me know, I'll let you know in the comments what you could be experiencing. But again, overall, work hard. You just gotta work hard, and you gotta do things by the book. You gotta do things to a T, and you gotta give your life to service. The more altruistic you are, the more you say, you know what, I just wanna help people. I just wanna make people's lives better. I just want to heal people. I want to enrich people's lives and help them with their career, help them with this, help them with that. The quicker you will ascend that ladder, okay? And this may be a lesson that you are working on when it comes to your career life, all right? Great. Bye. With 10th Lord in the 7th house, you will find that this will take on a very Libra-like quality. Now, no matter what the sign on your 7th house may be, know that the underlining layer, the original ruler of the 7th house is Libra, ruled by Libra, meaning that in order to ascend within your career, you will find that you're gonna have to be someone that is highly social. There's gonna be a highly, highly social element when it comes to your career. The more you put yourself out there as being someone who is a great connector, someone who is a great socialite, someone who is able to wheel and deal and shake and bake and rub elbows with people and be very cordial and graceful and hi, how are you? I am so and so. The higher you will climb in your career, okay? You will find that people that you mingle with, whether they are friends, whether they are family, whether they are even your romantic partners, are gonna be people who can help you get further in your career, okay? Anyone that you interact with is going to have somewhat of a higher status within society. You are only gonna wanna mingle with those type of people. You are not gonna wanna mingle with people who can't get you somewhere, okay? You're gonna really be that type of person. And that isn't bad, it just depends on how you look at it. But this is good because, like I said, everyone you meet, it's gonna have a sense of duty and a sense of how graceful you can be, okay? The more people you know, the higher you get in your career. You're not gonna be able to get very far alone with this placement. This is not the placement for people who are shy or who don't like other people or who don't wanna talk to other people or go out and have a drink with others. This placement is going to be solely for those who are meant to, in their career, be someone who is very social, almost like you are a friend to everyone that you meet, all right? Or you are someone that is able to just connect very easily with others. This is what you can see. Now, you may also find that your marriage partner can be found at your job. You will also find that you may attract a lot of love at your job, or you may fall for your coworkers or want to date your coworkers with this placement. You can date your boss with this placement, you may find. No judgment here, but that's what you could find. But this is a very cool placement because, like I said, everyone you meet will have access to something within your career that will get you higher, all right? And you will find that this job that you do have and the jobs that you do come across have a very creative or social element to them, all right? Where it looks like you're just talking to a friend, but really you're securing a deal. You're locking down this, or you're locking down that. But yes, fairness is a big key here. Like, you know, you give, they give. It's a 50-50 give and take. You're gonna have to be someone who's very cordial, very fair, very just, very graceful within your career, okay? The more graceful you are, the more friendlier you are, the higher you will get in your career, all right? And I really do hope that that helped you. Let me know if this resonates with you, and let me know the 10th Lord and the planet that is in relation to this 10th Lord in the 7th house, and I will let you know what you could be experiencing with this placement, okay? Bye. With the 10th Lord going into the 8th house, this is gonna give the energy of Scorpio. Now, no matter what the sign on your 8th house may be, know that the original ruler of the 8th house is Scorpio, all right? So this is gonna give very scorpionic flair or a scorpionic essence to your career, meaning that it's going to require a lot of strategy within your career. It's going to require a lot of secrecy within your career. You may work with very powerful and influential and transformative people within your career. You may find that there is an instability nature within your career. You may find that you must let go, okay? You must let go with clients, or how many clients you get, or if clients are going to be consistent, or if people are going to pander to you within your career. It's going to have a very insecure and unstable quality to your career. You may, by way of the career you choose, may just have to let go and say, you know what, I release any expectations and just trust that clients will come tomorrow, or that I will make the deal tomorrow, or you're just gonna have, because it's very it's unstable. It's, you know, you may find that there's a lot of competitors. You are not very maybe not be very confident within your place within your career or within your career life. This gives me very much people who are contract workers, right? Where they get a job that pays them $10,000 for 3 months, and then after they do that job, they don't know where they're gonna get their next job from. You see that type of work. This is that type of work. This type of flair where it's like, it's not consistent money. It's not a stable job. And so through that, they have to learn to trust their higher forces, that more money will come, more clients will come. They will find and land on their feet eventually by trust, by faith in something higher and bigger than them, okay? You may find also with this job that, or with 10th Lord going into the 8th house, that you are someone that is working within the mystical arts, okay? You are working with people's secrets. You could be a detective. You could be someone who is meant to see or uncover a deeper layer, or uncover deeper concepts within the industry that you are in. You're gonna have to see beyond what is being presented to you in order to get the job done, okay? In order to transform a situation, or fix something, or do the product, okay? You're gonna have to always use that keen sense or that keen eye to uncover things and get things out. This could be, for instance, like a psychologist, right? A psychologist takes the frontal of the problem, but they have to then, by what the person is telling them, they have to read between the lines and dissect exactly the diagnosis of what that person is going through, all right? So that is what you can see with 10th Lord going into the 8th house. It's very like psychology, astrology, mystical arts. It can even be you finding hidden money for others, or finding handling other people's finances or resources are things you can see within your career. How to take other people's resources and transform them and make them better. This could be the tone of your career, okay? So very competitive, very strategic placement, very secretive and mysterious placement as far as who you will be in your career. You will also find that in your career, that every job that you get, you transform, or your life transforms by way of your career. Every job you get, you may have to move far away. Every job you get, you may have to drop your apartment and go live somewhere else or do something else, or your life transforms with every job that you get, all right? So this is something that you can find with 10th Lord going into the 8th house. Now this can vary and change depending on the sign and the planet that is ruling this relationship. So let me know what those things are, and I will let you know in the comments what you could be experiencing with 10th Lord going into the 8th house. But this is a placement for anyone that is going to have to let go, call on their higher nature, use their psychic forces, use their keen eye to uncover information and fix and transform clients or the business or the industry. And it is also going to be for people whose life is going to transform by way of every career, every job that they get. All right, so this is what you can see with that type of placement. Bye. With the 10th Lord in the 9th house, this is going to give very much Sagittarian vibes, because remember, no matter what the sign on your 9th house may be, know that the underlining original ruler of the 9th house is going to be Sagittarius, meaning that you may work with your father, you may work with philosophy, you may work amongst other cultures and other people who do not look like you. You may be asked to relocate within your career. You may be asked to travel far away in order to get your job done, or in order to do what the job is asking you to do, okay? You could be a teacher of philosophy, you could be a preacher, you could be someone who is meant to offer philosophies to the world, okay? Or teach to the world, okay? This can give me also very much like an author placement. A lot of authors have this placement because, like I said, they are offering a deep sense of their values and their philosophies to the world, okay? And it's in a sense, it's almost like teaching, right? So this is what you can find when you've got 10th Lord in the 9th house. You may also, like I said, you may work with people who don't look like you, who are from a different culture, a different background than you, and you may be that one guy who is from a different culture, and you're teaching this other culture about your culture, okay? Or you are diving deep and intercepting or infiltrating another culture way of living and finding out what you can do for them, or how to teach them, or what you can do, okay? But I do know foreign lands and foreign travel is where you will find the most success. If you are someone that thinks that they are going to become successful within their career, within their hometown, I've got another thing coming for you. You must move, okay? The more you move, the more you go out on this grand quest, this grand adventure, and you have God on your side and spirituality on your hip, you will find that your career goes higher, okay? You're gonna have to have a spiritual element as far as the careers that you do, a spiritual calling, a big quest, okay, that you must go on or embark on in order to gain your career or attain career success, all right? So the more you hold yourself with this adventurous spirit, imparting philosophy, imparting spiritual knowledge on others, and being a citizen of the world and moving away from home, the more successful you will be, okay? So let me know if this resonates with you, and also let me know what the 10th house Lord for you is, and the planet that is in relationship to this 10th Lord and 9th house relationship, and I will let you know what you could be experiencing with this specific placement, all right? But overall, a very blessed placement, because I do know that because the 9th house is ruled by Jupiter, you will be very lucky in career, but it's going to require trust, okay? It's going to require you to believe in yourself. It's going to require you to believe in something bigger than you, and the more you do that, the luckier you will get, the higher you will go in your career, okay? So I really do hope that this helped you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. With the 10th Lord in the 10th house, this is going to give very much Capricornian vibes, okay? Now, no matter what your midheaven is, or no matter what the sign on your 10th house may be, know that the original ruler of the 10th house is Capricorn, okay? So this is going to give very much the vibes of someone who jobs love you, okay? People love you within your career. You are someone that is going to be so recognized and be just the perfect example of someone who does the right thing in their career. You're going to be seen as highly successful in this life. You may get and hit the pinnacle of success in this life. This is the success placement, all right? These are the billionaires. These are the people who get a lot of money by way of their career, a lot of status, a lot of fame, a lot of gain a reputation. Their reputation precedes them, all right? This is what you can find when you got 10th Lord and the the 10th house. And you will find that these people, whenever they do what they do, whenever they sell what they sell, it just catches like fire, okay? People want to buy from them. People want to book with them. People want to be around them. People want to they want to buy whatever this person is selling, okay? So this is what you can find with 10th Lord in the 10th house, because you will find that all the good qualities of the 10th house, reputation, name, fame, money, status, are afforded to this person because you've got the 10th Lord in the 10th house, okay? So ascending or navigating their career is going to be very easy for these people. These are the people that when they go on a job interview, even if they don't want the job, they get the job, okay? They are the people that probably turn down jobs, okay? They're like, no, I'm too busy, or no, I don't want that job. They have the pick of the litter, okay? Because they are going to be such a good candidate to companies and to jobs that jobs are going to want them, okay? They are going to be someone that are really good at interviews, really good at selling themselves, really good at putting themselves out there. These are also, I would say, like my leaders, because if you think about it, these people will hold themselves in public very well, all right? You will be someone that people also see that you may have somewhat of an unattainable quality to you, because you will be someone that hold yourself with such a regality about you, okay? You will be almost like Queen Elizabeth, or someone who is just very regal, because you have the 10th Lord in the 10th house, and you look like money, or you look like status, or you look like someone who is doing big things in life, all right? And so people may or may not want to disrupt or interrupt you. You may look like someone that needs to, people need to schedule you on their calendar with, all right? People aren't gonna wanna bother you, okay? Even if you are out having a fun time and just very pleasant, you have maybe an aura about you that is very Capricornian, okay? You're gonna take on very much Capricorn vibes within your career. Now, I will say the downside to this is that you are going to be someone that, even though you are being a shoo-in or a good candidate, or you are someone that is doing really well within your career, you will find that you may not find success until after the age of 30, because it's in a Capricorn house. And we all know with Capricorn, anything relating to Capricorn or the 10th house, we know that it requires a lot of lessons within this, okay? And through lessons, the universe doesn't feel that we've learned our lessons until around 32, 33, 34, 35, okay? So this is what you can find, is that all the work that you've done in your career may not be recognized until that age, okay? All the hard work that you're doing, and you may ask yourself, but everyone loves me, I'm doing such a good job, why aren't people recognizing me? Why isn't my job paying me exactly what I deserve? Or why is it that when I do the job, they say just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer? It's because the universe just wants to build that tenacity within you for some reason or another. And maybe within your lessons, you may know why that is. But I will say that although you will be someone that is very successful within your career, this is the success that you truly want may not come until 33, 34, 35, all right? But do know that to other people around you, you are already gonna be there in their mind. You're gonna be someone where people are like, why does this person want more? Like, what more can this person want? But in your heart, you're gonna feel like there's this grand mission, there's this grand legacy that you wanna leave. And this, even though people are impressed by where you are presently, right? Your peers, your colleagues, your coworkers may be impressed with your work and with what you are doing and who you are in society, but you may not be satisfied with that. You'd be like, I'm shooting for more, you see? So people are gonna see it on you, but you may not see it in yourself, how successful you truly are. And the success that you truly want, that will really satisfy you, will come past the age of 30, okay? Because it is connected to a Saturn-driven house, and it is connected to a Capricorn house. Now let me know if this resonates with you, and also let me know the sign that is in relation to this 10th Lord in the 10th house, and I will let you know what you could be experiencing specifically with this placement. But all good things, great blessings within career. You will be someone that is never without a job. You will always have a job, and you will always be successful. You really will, okay? So I really do hope that helped you, and see you on the next video. Bye. With 10th Lord in the 11th house, you will find that your job is going to take on a very Aquarian flair, okay? Meaning that remember, no matter what the sign on your 11th house is, know that the original ruler of the 11th house is Aquarius, okay? So you're gonna take on Aquarius vibes within your career, meaning that you in your career, you are probably gonna be someone who is a game changer, okay? Or you're gonna be someone that is within your job for some reason. When everyone else is going left, you're going right, all right? When everyone else is wearing blue, you're wearing purple. When everyone else is saying this, you're saying that. And you are gonna be someone that wants to be within an organization or be within a business, and you just simply want to stand out. You don't want to do things the way they've always been done. You want to bring something new to the table. Otherwise you feel, why am I here? I don't want to just blend in as part of the crowd. I want to give something that's never been given. I want to say and do and show a new way. Otherwise you feel less utilized. You don't feel quite complete without that. But I will say that this may ostracize you, okay? This may make you feel like you don't get along with people at your job, or that people don't get along with you because they simply don't understand you. But you will find that when you are inventing, saying, doing that thing, give it about 3 years, they're gonna be doing the same thing that you were doing. Yeah, but it's usually the one that does it first is the one that's always made fun of and made to look like they're strange or made to look like this, but they will be the ones that follow you or follow your lead without telling you, without letting you know. And you're gonna be like, when I said it, I didn't get credit, but now everyone's doing it and it's okay. Like, what's that about? But this is because you are always going to be ahead of the curve within your career. You are also gonna be someone within your career that is probably asked to be ahead of the curve, all right? You're gonna be asked to be up on trends and be up on what's going on within society. You may be within your career asked to deal with the public at large, okay? By way of your job, you will get your dreams to come true, because the 11th house is the house of dreams and wishes. And so whatever your dreams and wishes are, you may find that you get your dream job, or that you get a job that by way of your job that you get, it opens a door to get to that final destination that was always your original dream, okay? So this is what you can find when you've got the 10th Lord going into the 11th house, all right? But the downside to this is that it may make you someone that is almost like a company pariah, or people want to leave out, or people just don't understand, or you're gonna be the odd one out in your career, things like that. But secretly, these people admire you. Secretly, they want to follow your lead, but they may not have the courage that you have, or the skills that you have to be as different as you are, okay? But it's gonna be all about finding your dream job, finding the people, the organizations that are just as unique as you. And more times than not, you are going to have to be someone that builds your own business, all right? Goes maybe into business for yourself and do your own thing. And through that, people will come to you, and you will be the leader of a group, the leader of an establishment, the leader of an organization. Because with this placement, I do know that you are not meant to be a follower. You are not gonna be someone that wants to be a member within a group. You're gonna want to lead a group. And the way that you presently probably act on that is by saying, I want to be an individual. But usually people who want to be an individual are meant to be leaders, which is why you will get the pushback from bosses, because they intrinsically know that anyone that speaks differently, is doing something differently, even though they have the best intentions, they have the potential to be a leader. Okay, so I hope that this helped you, and let me know if this resonates, and also let me know if let me know the sign and the planet that is in relationship to your 10th house going into your 11th house, and I will let you know what you could be experiencing, okay? But this is a very, very cool placement. Someone who's very cutting edge, a trendsetter, someone who is meant to be up on the new trends and will always be ahead of the curve, who is meant to be an individual, who is meant to eventually become a leader, and be a leader that is out fighting for change, or offering a change, or offering something that will better humanity in the future, okay? So be looking out for that. Bye. With 10th Lord going into the 12th house, this is going to give very much Piscean vibes. Now, no matter what the sign on your 12th house may be, know that the original ruler of the 12th house is Pisces, okay? So this is gonna give you a very spiritual or creative flair within the jobs that you acquire. This is also going to give qualities of creativity and music, working with music or working within the arts or the mystical arts. You will find that these are the qualities that you must exude within your career, okay? Maybe you are a healer, maybe you are a preacher, maybe you are a singer, maybe you are a creative and you have to use these qualities to heal others or get your job done. You may also be asked to relocate or move very far away from home with this placement because you will gain success in faraway lands, okay? If you are someone that thinks that they can stay in the town or the neighborhood that they grew up in order to become successful with this placement, I'm letting you know right now, it will not work. You are going to need to trust in a higher power. You are going to need to trust in your dreams and in your vision, and you are going to need to go on a big quest and go far away to express who you really are, okay? Otherwise, you will find, as other astrologers say, you will find that you will lose your career or you will be someone that is not successful or is at risk of losing their career or not having a career. But I say the remedy to this is to move, okay? You must relocate, you must go far away, and it is when you are in faraway lands that the spiritual creative qualities of you can be the most accessible and magnified and offered to the world, because you will have a new sense of purpose when you move far away, a new sense of responsibility when you move far away. Now, they say with the 10th Lord going into the 12th house, there is also a risk of your hard work not being recognized in the 12th house, but this can vary and change depending on the sign that's there. So let me know what that is, all right? But I do know that you are going to have to be someone that is very spiritual, very creative. You may also be working behind the scenes, or people may not know exactly what you do, because what you do may be behind closed doors, okay? Maybe you are someone that isolates yourself and you're working from the basement of your home, okay? Or you are a scientist and you work in that office all the way out in the suburbs in this like small facility that no one knows, okay? There's gonna be a secretive, isolating element to your job and your career that even if you work in a big company, you are going to almost be like a one-man show doing your own thing tucked away in this little thing, all right? And then when you do prove the results and the results come out, people scratch their head and go, I didn't know that person had a job. Where do they work? Like, no one will ever really know what you do or where you work. But these are the qualities that you can find when you have 10th Lord going into the 12th house, all right? Spirituality, music, mystical arts, healing are all things that you need to do, and I will really suggest moving far away in order to get the best results from your career, okay? In order to gain the highest ascension within your corporate or business professional life, all right? But I really do hope that this helped you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.